Welcome to day 2 of the final stream in the entire world. And in this stream, I'm going to be demonstrating some other things of Windows 95D that I did not cover previously.
Right.
Such as, I did something with the program components here.
Oh.
And
The purple text.
yeah. This is just another one of the color schemes loaded with a new secondary color. Apparently, from what he's told me, the secondary colors found in Windows 2000 and Memphis are different from each other.
They're not that different, but it can be noticeable to a very observant eye.
So, if I take a look in the Windows Setup tab, there's a new component that shouldn't really be in Windows 95. It's desktop themes. Spice up your desktop with classy color and sound schemes in a snap. Now, the desktop theme control panel is installed by default, but it doesn't come with the themes right out of the box. You have to install them either one by one or all at once. There is a bug here where one of the themes will be checked automatically. I don't know what's up with that, but I go in here. You can see there are bountiful of themes to choose from, including, get this, the Windows NT theme. Yeah, I went through the trouble of adding the themes from the Windows NT resource kit over to Windows 95D as well. And the NT themes don't even have their own spicy descriptions in the setup utilities as the ones from Microsoft Plus and Plus for Kids do. So, let's see, this one's a funny one. Too bad you're not the one actually sitting at the shore. Yeah, I don't know why this theme in particular gets checked by default. I was pretty sure that I had it set so that it wouldn't be installed by default, because the files certainly aren't there. But we'll go ahead and install every single one of the themes, and it'll just run along. It may look like I'm running Windows ME, but I'm certainly not.
I'm surprised no one said that this looks like 98 something.
Oh, they've definitely said it. In fact, some people don't even believe that it's 95.
Oh,
But
right.
many of the core files still are just Windows 95 OSR2.
Yesterday I saw lots of comments people saying that's Windows 90, not 95.
Of course, some little resources that happen to be used by some of the plus streams, particularly the screensavers, share short file names but get renamed into long ones afterwards. And so the Acme setup program seems to handle that issue just fine, as well as the Windows 98 setup. But here, I guess with my approach, it always throws this dialogue, but that can be worked out just fine. You just keep clicking OK. And it actually asks you to reboot before you can have the new themes used. And this shouldn't happen, but there is a reason why I have this in place. You see, if I go in here, the desktop themes are not listed here yet, even though they should have been automatically renamed already. But if I go into Program Files and then Plus and Themes, you'll see that it's still using the short file names that were stored in the cabinet files. Kind of bizarre, but it's mainly a bug that stems from using the new setupx.dll, which is the 16-bit setup engine that Windows 9X relies on. Apparently something along the way just changed where these setup DLLs would essentially fail to load certain things correctly if they're placed in the wrong version. Like, it's mainly if we group, you have to kind of group the operating systems logically into Windows 95 being all releases of it, and then you logically group both 98 releases and ME into just 98. 98 and ME are considerably more interchangeable than 98 and 95. But of course, if you run systoggle, I would figure that this whole renaming thing being delayed goes away. But if I go ahead and reboot, it'll take some time to bring the system back up. And then I go back to log in. And then go back into the control panel And now we have our themes. So, let's set it now. Now we have Windows NT.
Nice.
Wow. Awesome.
But there is a bug with
What bug?
You see, I'm using the theme manager from Windows 98 Plus. I've backported that over here and modified it a bit. As you can see, there is a little thing, a little block. It's supposed to be the My Documents folder, which 95's Explorer doesn't really make use of. So, of course, you can change the gradients. It knows how to work with them and everything.
Perhaps if you were to either install IE, which I do, try to track down a earlier version of themes.exe that documents functions intact, then it would be worth using.
So, what I'm trying to say is here is that this themes program doesn't change the desktop icons over here. Should look a little something like this, but if I change it again, nope, they're just the same default icons. So, I did include something on the Windows 95 D CD, where if you go into a directory and just look for the themes.exe program, you can use that if you want to change icons, but the trade-off is that you can't have the gradient color switched.
Play ball!
Nice.
Nice.
So, in any case, I'm going back to the... Oh, I don't know what happened here, but, just if we see here, we're back to where we were. And I guess I'll just show you the rest later. But now, I want to follow up on a little something. If you haven't watched the last stream, when I sort of demonstrated some issues with GL Quake, where you had to switch back to the old Windows system files in order to be able to run GL Quake in a higher resolution. Something else just came up on accident where I had the Half-Life CD and the drive, and
we played Quake with Half-Life music.
yeah, basically that.
It'll be hard to top that.
I have no opinions on. You can't describe this with words. You need to see this.
So, Of course, it was on some levels that call for certain track numbers. It does start to get annoying because it might just play some stinger on loop.
Yeah, and it freezes the game every time.
Well, that might have just been my specific CD drive, but anyway, to get around this, I burned my own Redbook CD. Hopefully everything's aligned properly. But
RCP's project, somebody sent this to r/softwaregore.
of course now on a Pentium 2 with a Voodoo 3, Jailquake is basically a cakewalk. I use a logon script regularly to synchronize the date and time with my domain controller and map a bunch of network drives that I regularly use. You have to go back to the first stream. I have some times mentioned in my pinned comment. Just so you can see how we experienced it the first time. This one I have a different CD where some things are fixed up, so
now it really isn't surprising. Pretty much use any CD way. There were even music CDs that had Quake in mind.
yeah, I looked up a video of some secrets so I could know what to look for now. Not sure I really have much memorized though. But So a little fun fact is that I'm using the Voodoo 3 3500, the normal version, with a weird looking adapter, and the thing about it is that it's kind of difficult to capture direct VGA output from it because it will just switch to the wrong resolution, like some really strange one, and that seems to be something that has to do with the VGA splitter that I'm using. So I basically had to set it up so that, you know, I'm only looking directly at my main computer's monitor through the OBS window and just play everything through there. I'm not having any sorts of lag issues with it. It's just kinda clunky. Dual booting just like an hour ago, and for me, dual booting has become a very foreign concept because I have so many computers that I figure in the majority of cases I just always have a computer running one operating system.
Yeah, booting is practical for those with starting out with like a few computers in their collection.
Right.
It is very useful. I did dual boot with Windows 7 and Windows XP, and it's really useful.
I'm gonna have to try to familiarize myself more with dual booting because I do plan to have that supported in Irma at some point. I don't know when, but
Perhaps try to for some improvements over a Cronus OS selector or something.
yeah. I'd really like to get it to a point where it can replace that. So, of course, in this level, it used to play 7-second Stinger, but now that I have a custom CD handy, I don't have to worry about that anymore. It just keeps playing some sort of dark ambient music. Yeah, I think this works really great. I played through GL Quake on a Voodoo 1 on a 333 megahertz Pentium 2 at sometime in the summer, and it was a pretty cool experience. Just got a 15-inch CRT to go with it with some pretty washed out colors. Could have used higher quality monitor, but I didn't feel like using one, or actually I intentionally used one with washed out colors. So that was fun. Alright. I hope that's everything now. Walk through the room gate to exit the level. Thank you.
More up to this card's capabilities like Quake 2 or something. Well established that runs fine on as it is.
Brightness is kind of low here. I wonder if I can change it. Maybe not. Wait, I forgot to change the difficulty to nightmare, didn't I? That's why I'm doing so good. What the hell? I'm supposed to be doing this on the hardest difficulty. Because it's more fun that way. And yeah, I did. When I played through Quake 1 on the Voodoo 1, it was on the Nightmare difficulty. It's not that hard if you can kind of be persistent, but does require some level of discipline. But you know, I guess maybe if it means I can go through this quicker, so I can show more things, that ought to help. I mean, this is just way too easy.
Oh yeah, you did say we're going to demonstrate more features of D, like the magnified backup utility.
I'll save those for the last day.
Oh, okay.
It's just small applications at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it just doesn't feel right playing this unless I'm doing it on the hardest difficulty. I mean, there are certain exceptions, like Doom Nightmare, but it's just not as strong without that difficulty in place.
Minesweeper. It was very easy.
I would have thought you had to shoot those 4 lamps. Okay, where do I go now? Uh-oh. I'd be putting these all to waste. Oh, there's a door. Yeah. Well, we found them at least.
It seems I gotta to find Quake and play it because I never played.
Oh. Oh shit, look at this thing that I had to shoot. There's a door. I can't remember this all that well. Okay. Go here and back here, maybe. Okay, now I'll actually make better use of the equipment. Okay. Can I have my ride over here? Wait. I don't even know where. I always manage to forget the layout of this place. All I can do here is just that doesn't seem to work here. Okay, now I guess, like, do this, and Save here. And wait to see a cool lift. Okay. There. What am I doing? I'm really rushing this. Okay, go here. And that gives that. Well, I guess it worked. You really gotta hide from the shamblers because they're... Oh, he's dead. But those lightning bolts can be very, very nasty. I guess more so on the nightmare difficulty, and I think I'm playing on normal, so it's kind of underwhelming. And secret exit. You might want to try playing Quake with different audio CDs you might have handy, assuming you even know what one is. It can lead to some really strange results.
For example, putting a Half-Life CD.
And I don't know where anything is anymore, and now it's over. Did I do it? Trying to make more extensive use of my grenades since I seem to be low on other sorts of ammunition. Remember, I'm on Vlare. Vlare.tv/u/Kuji. Very important that you join that website to fight the tyranny of YouTube.
Later tonight, I plan to make my Vlare account there.
You have one already?
Later tonight, I'll get, yes. Just before year ends.
I already joined Reload.
Yeah, I'm just talking to everyone watching here. And also, always keep ad block enabled on YouTube at all times.
Yep.
Because you don't want to give them any of your money while you're using the site. Yeah, I'm on a real shortage of things. Shotgun shells, and looks like there's some armor here. Oh. Okay. Try this again. Oh. Again. Just alright. This should work better, I think. Okay, where to now? Okay, this just brings me back up here. Isn't there something else? I really don't remember. Okay.
many levels are in the single chapter?
There's 9, including the secret level. I think that's how it works. They might be inconsistent, but I know in Doom there's 8 plus 1 in each episode.
Okay.
And in Doom 2, they started as one whole episode from map 1 through 32.
Alright. Just trying to move around a bit. Yeah, I have a Flare Premium membership. I just renewed mine recently. Haven't been able to re-upload as much as I would like to, just because of the fact that 60 frames per second support still doesn't seem to be available on Flare. But once it does, I'll have more of my videos up there. I'm not sure what the point of that is.
Someone asks which OS you play. Right now we are playing on Windows 95D.
Yeah. Definitely not something that was completely made up, and it was just leaked. The new secret Windows 95 version.
Yeah, ultra confidential Microsoft integral CD-ROM.
Do not distribution.
Do not make illegal copies of this disk.
It's immoral. Don't you know that a multi-billion dollar company is gonna be starving if you do that shit? Come on, man. And you're not allowed to see what my operating system does either, because, you know, I might
It's
get in big
illegal.
time trouble if they find out that I've been just spying on literally every single person who uses my program.
Another person asked, have you played any of the secret level?
Yeah. I did just play one just a while ago on this stream. Secrets. Guessing I'll need this. Where do I go now? There's... Okay, I guess it's just in the center. Didn't seem like the biosuit was too useful here. What do we need to do? Okay, next pipe. Oh, he's got a secret down there. How do I go back? I see the cool stuff we got here. Come on. Oh, it's just health packs? Okay, well. Oh, and nails. I need nails. Big nails. And done.
Especially the later service packs.
Oh yeah, very.
Well, if you are
Very
concluding
loaded.
today's days in using XP, yeah, security does suck. I mean, I'm using only XP to play legacy games and run legacy software.
The only thing they really have going for them is that they don't have all the same gaping security holes from Service Pack 1 and RTM.
But it's still good for retro gaming, so
And it's actually quite slow for gaming.
does
Yeah.
XP? No, I don't think so, because Radeon 9600 Pro runs Postal 2 very well.
I have a Intel Pentium dual core. I don't know, 1.8 gigahertz, and the games run.
Windows 2000 can already do just about any of the stuff XP does and better with the kernel extensions and stuff. You don't need XP.
I imagine even without kernel extensions, it could do a lot of the same things Windows XP does, or brags about anyway.
So basically, like Windows XP with the 2000 skin, or actually like 2000 modded to XP in terms of kernel.
XP to 2000.
I don't know why people say that ME is the worst system ever. I don't see anything different in ME besides good.
I guess it had to do with the driver model that they decided to push there, and I mean, Windows 98 already supported the Windows driver model, but then ME, I guess, had crippled VXD support, which was the legacy driver model used by 95 and 98 and even 3.1. But I guess that caused a lot of problems for people. And another thing too, just by default anyway, and I've heard you can just re-enable this sort of stuff, but the MS-DOS goodies were like just disabled, hidden away by default to kind of give some strange impression that, you know, DOS is okay, it's really gone bye-bye now, and sort of as like a half-measure consumer operating system before they really got Windows NT out to consumers finally, but by then it was like a train wreck immediately following a very stable Windows 2000.
I'm on Windows XP right now.
And I don't have really anything against people who use Windows XP unless they're like getting really, say, extreme about it, like they'll just really push. I don't know exactly how to say it, but just, I guess there are some extreme fanboys out there who will just say that pretty much every other version of Windows is inferior to it. But, I mean, there's those kinds of people for every version of Windows. Like, some people will just defend Windows 10 non-stop, and I guess I'll defend Windows 95 nonstop, but... Okay, where do I go now? No, I'm not gonna defend Windows 95 that hard. It's definitely got its problems, but I really like it.
I downloaded Windows 95D, the ISO image, and I don't know what to do with it later.
Well, the ISO is bootable. It boots into a minimal DOS environment. Do you know how to get a hard disk partitioned under MS-DOS?
Not really.
Okay, so first, when you boot out the DOS prompt, you just type in fdisk, and it asks you to enable large hard disk support. Do it as you please, and just keep going through the dialogues until you eventually need to reboot, and afterwards type format C with space between colon. Add any additional switches like /s or something to make the drive. And once that's done, you should be ready to go and copy cab files to the hard disk and work out.
Okay. If I do forget how to do this, I might ask you or find this on internet. But anyways, thanks.
Yeah, just walk you through the setup procedure once you run setup.exe.
Yeah, just be sure to put the cab files in someplace that sees options cabs like the OEMs. So when the second phase of setup fails to load C drive to cab files, you can just copy them to the hard disk itself.
I don't remember where I was supposed to go next. Is wasting time. Oh, staircase. Great. This is. Oh man, it's like when I get stuck, it becomes just so damn annoying. Then I feel like an idiot for not figuring out this is where I was.
And I do have like.
The solution is just so simple and
Can I make that XM files be played on inertia? I don't know. I used inertia player once for mod files.
okay, and then I think there's some way I can go up here. Yeah.
know if XM files can be opened with WinRAR. Yeah. Winamp. Oh, Winamp.
I generally use XM Play or Fubar 2000 with the component to play XM and other sorts of tracker modules.
It seems that Winamp doesn't open XM files.
It should. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be able to. I've definitely ran XM files on Winamp.
My bad, it runs XM file. Didn't see that. So you can basically open Winamp and just simply run the XM files. Where can I find a bunch of XM files? Is there any site that provides them to download?
Okay, I guess I'm supposed to use a gold key somewhere. There was a staircase before that I had just totally missed. And now I go down here. Okay. Very good. I was just gonna...
Alright. I got the XM file that was used in previous day of the live stream because I liked it. Yeah, I was downloading from modarchive.org. So yeah, but thanks anyways.
Some other module archive sites are text files art scene section or Ogland.
There was another site as well that I've been getting some modules from, but he quite bizarrely blocks Firefox browsers from accessing the site for some sorts of political reasons. But I just use SeaMonkey and that works.
Also, this has lots of modules, you know, where you got some of the modules.
Why are you posting that in announcements?
Ah! Wrong channel. Sometimes I forget that I was in the wrong channel.
And that is the end of the chapter for Quake, right?
It's episode 3.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, now in the right channel.
So this site contains mod files, yeah? Like an archive of them.
Yeah, they are they are nice, most of them.
Oh, alright. Thanks.
Could you use one of them? That was the Sea of Wishes. I think in the one on which video? Ooh. I was searching for it. One of the videos, maybe the Pentium one. No. Hang
I
on.
downloaded Crossroad.xm. It was used in yesterday's stream as
Oh yes, assembly program, 1998. Maybe that. This one.
I'm using Winamp and it sounds 100% accurate. Like yesterday.
Winamp is good, but XMplay is better.
I've used a mod for Win on Windows 3.11 on occasions. Unfortunately, it doesn't support impulse tracker files because I guess that didn't really get popular until 97, 98. And by then, Windows 3.1x was kind of being phased out. I mean, it was already being phased out at the start of Windows 95, but some computers were still using DOS and 3.1.
Yeah, even in 1996, a lot of programs still had 16-bit versions of it for 3.11 and stuff. Though, not much so for 97.
Alright, I'm just gonna take a short break here.
No problem.
So, here's some filler.
Kuji forgot to disable screen.
Yeah, OpenGL has been supported by Windows since 1994 with the release of Windows NT 3.5. It was originally created by Silicon Graphics. So, I guess now I'll just,
Well, it's also an NT351, but it's kind of primitive
yeah.
without the Mesa OpenGL driver or DLL.
It didn't come with Windows 3.1 or 95 RTM, but you can add OpenGL support to 95 with a couple of files, and it comes built into Windows 95 OSR2 and beyond that. In fact, I have a quick little OpenGL program I wrote just to kind of test OpenGL functionality right here. Reminiscent of the DirectX diagnostics, but just always does it endlessly. And you can resize it. Not much to it, but OpenGL support was much greatly improved in 95 and NT4. I don't know why, I guess they just want to leave 3.51 in the dust. No more program manager. Oh. So, anyway, switch back to the new system files.
I don't think NT4 has the option to switch back to the program manager like this.
Fun
95.
fact, you can upgrade from Windows 3.1 to NT4.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it myself, but the resource kit says it's possible. I'm not sure if you can do the same with 3.1 to NT 3.51.
I wonder if I could loop the demo of spinning DirectX cube.
Unfortunately, there's no videos on YouTube showing an upgrade of 3.1 to NT4. Probably just because NT4 is so underrated due to its learning curve that it involves. Now, here's a really interesting tip that is probably not going to be used by many people, but it's there. If you understand how to write an x86 assembly code or have a good reference sheet handy and understand the potential implications, you can use the debug command in an MS-DOS prompt to carry out certain low-level routines. Now, exactly who writing a software program would write a tip like that? I wonder. It's kind of wish
Nobody at
tips were like
Microsoft.
that. They kind of just give you the stuff that becomes a bit too obvious over time. I mean, it was new back then, you know, the new interface and everything, but anyway, now I'm gonna show you a game which I used to play the hell out of when I was younger.
Dr. Lunatic Supreme with cheese.
Wait. Oh.
What a
Oh, I
great
got
fight.
that secret thing, I guess. Text adventure. Yeah, this is what I played all the time. South.
Hamumu software? What the hell is this?
Good boy, pizza.
I don't know where I'm going.
I might actually play some pinball.
So this is a pretty interesting little game, and if you look into its history, it actually has some sort of connection with Doom, particularly pertaining to a cheat code that was put in there. There's see, in 1993, Mike Hamill created a game which this is heavily based on. It was called Spiz Popped, or I can't remember what the acronym stood for. Was it Smashing Pumpkins?
Yeah,
Pentium.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah. And what he essentially did was he created a game in 48 hours. Just, I don't remember for what reason, but
Okay, so the full acronym is Smashing Pumpkins into Small Piles of Putrid Debris.
yeah, that.
What a name.
It was a game that didn't exist until Mike just decided to make it in such short time, and then in 1998 he made starting in 1998 he made some follow-ups to this game, sharing the same concept, basically, including starting with Spooky Castle in 98, and then he made a spin-off of it, well, several spin-offs, one of the most interesting being a RPG-esque take on it called Kid Mystic. And then in 2000 he made a more complete version of this, which is Dr. Lunatic, and 2003 he made this updated version of it, which you're seeing here. Yeah, I'm playing on the hardest difficulty here, but I mean, that's why it's taking so many hits. But quite true to the Doom formula, it has or it had a thriving world building community. So people would create their own levels just like you could in Doom, and it was pretty strong from 2000 to say maybe 2008 at the latest. And everything about the design of this, the visual and sound design of this game is outlandishly bizarre because, well, Hamumu Software has a philosophy of making dumb games, emphasizing dumb because, guess it has something to do with, like, some game designers taking their games too seriously and making them all dark and edgy and whatnot. So this is more of a contrast to that, where everything's just all goofy and everything. And I'm not doing well at all here. Surprisingly, wait. What a great death sound. Surprisingly, even though this game was made around the time that Pentium 1 and Pentium 2 computers were in regular use, this seems to have quite a low frame rate. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it could have something to do with, like, all the updates that this game has gone through over the years. This is a version from 2012, but
So what's the point of this game? Kill these creatures?
another damn it, I forgot what I was gonna say. No, I don't think it would have been made for Pentium 3 machine, because those didn't exist in 1998. This runs on the same engine as that, as Spooky Castle. A couple years back, Mike released all of these old games on itch.io for free, including but not limited to Supreme with Cheese, Stock Boy, Looney Land, all those sorts of things.
That's neat.
Yeah. I think he may have also released a source code as well. I have to double check on that, but it's always a plus, because this is a pretty old game. I guess I gotta go upstairs. Oh. Ah. Should probably just play this on a lower difficulty. I mean, this has been proving to be pretty tedious. Sometimes it's not really good to play on the hardest difficulty because, you know, in a lot of cases, difficulty can just be arbitrary. Like, boost some numbers on some enemies or something like that, and wow, okay, the game's harder now. Great.
I'm
I can't
already
keep
at
up with all
the
these.
record in pinball. I'm 4 million.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change it. It's...
And I died.
Maybe I'll do just hard.
So I capped 4,429,000 points.
Alright. Try this again.
This is a low score,
Shouldn't
I
be as
guess.
annoying this time. Is there anything I missed back over here? Oh yeah, you see it's already a little better. Yeah, now they don't tank as many hits. Difficulty can be quite fun, but you have to do it right in order for it to really work. And there has to be like perhaps something to it, like maybe some technical aspects. Or I don't know how I could put it, but you know, putting difficulty into the game through inflating numbers or asking the player to grind a lot is really annoying, and that's why I've never really played any RPGs other than Chrono Trigger and the Mother Trilogy. And I guess Kid Mystic, which I had mentioned earlier. That, of course, is completely different from turn-based RPGs.
As I wrote in the chat, this stream is for 2 hours and 4 minutes. Well, I might check this game out someday, if it is free.
Wonder if maybe an older version would run a lot more smoothly on here. In fact, that's probably what got me to overclock the Pentium 2 in the first place. Originally, it was just only going to be the Pentium MMX that would be overclocked, but it's like, this is lagging. I guess I gotta... Because I remember this game running much more smoothly, even on a AMD K6, I believe, on a compact Presario that I used to have in up until 2005.
So this CPU isn't overclocked?
It is. It's overclocked from the 450 megahertz to 495 using a 110 megahertz frontside bus.
Oh, so it's a 50 megahertz. That's quite
Yeah.
a diff. And the game still is lagging.
Well, could be worse.
Yeah, I mean it's playable. It's playable, like Half-Life.
Hammer on.
We are
You see,
not
now switching to the hard difficulty actually makes this game a lot more tolerable to play, because everything doesn't just feel impossible.
Someone asked, can you testing the Fruity Loops 1.0.0? We are not covering music creation progress.
Yes, you can telefrag enemies and Dr. Lunatic as well. That's what that explosion was. Suppose I should explain what that rage meter is for. What it is that for as you kill enemies, your rage meter will increase, and if it's higher than what your life meter is, then you can press both the hammer and special weapon buttons, being Z and X, or Control and Shift, and that'll just send an entire wave of by doing that you'll essentially
I'm cool, Cat Bear.
throw an entire wave of projectiles to just fire like this. Can be useful in certain situations. So, and I've gotten that out of the way. Okay, took 10 minutes, but went alright.
Hammer on.
I just swap and
Hammer on.
water is the one thing you absolutely want to avoid in this game, because stepping in it results in instant death. Because it's been well established in this game that Buhuafa can't swim.
Someone asks, were you running MS-DOS command from a run type command and you run MS-DOS command from?
Yeah, we did that a few times to toggle the Windows system files between the new and old ones.
Ah, okay. This is awesome. And also, Windows 95 Plus. It is Windows 95D, which contains Plus extensions, yeah? I guess so.
Okay, this is a stealth level. You have to walk in darkness to avoid getting hit by these guys that will just destroy you if you're not careful with the way you're walking.
Someone has problems with
I don't
installing
know,
this game
because
on-
I had run the installation program on my version of Windows 95 and it was installed perfectly fine.
We got that question out of
It,
the way.
I don't know, were you using the RTM version? I know that Dr. Lunatic requires WinSock 2 to be installed because it depends on a DLL which comes with that. Right.
I'm cool, cat bad.
Oh, you have to walk on all the tulips. I pick something else.
Hammer up.
I don't know, I guess I'll have to look more into that, the whole... Windows 98 on an IBM PS1. Wow. I didn't even think there were any that existed that could run 98 at all. Maybe there were some 486 models of it, but I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the IBM PS2 and PS1 lineup. It sounds like something that I would probably want to get for like the industrial aesthetic those machines have, but at the same time, I
Bingo.
feel like I'd want to really
Something
avoid
like a
them
ball.
because of the micro-channel architecture that they use. They're really
Hammer up.
it'd be really hard for me to find exactly
Hammer up.
what I need in order to get those kinds of things upgraded. Oh. Yeah, I had heard about Windows 98 being able to run on 386 systems. Could the limitation be entirely arbitrary? I have a 386 motherboard that's coming in the mail today, so I would like to try that. Mainly got a 386 so that I would be better equipped to test beta releases of old Windows versions on more fitting hardware, basically. Like, especially I wanted to 386 would be useful for testing Chicago builds, or maybe something earlier than that.
Hammer up.
Given that, in contrast to Windows NT, 95 was designed to run on slower systems. Yeah. Yellow key. Kind of wish Mike would keep doing more large games like this. I think later on he just decided to make smaller games like Robot Wants Something and Rotopia, which are just not as exciting. And I think the latter is like a mobile game of sorts. Whereas a game like Dr. Lunatic is pretty well designed. Very solid refinement of Spiz Popped. Jeez, I have not played this game in like, it could be like 8 or 9 years since I last played this game seriously. It is a long time. And yeah, it was 9 years ago. I think that was the last time that I had actually tried to play this game with some serious involvement.
I'll be right back.
Gotta be really careful here because it's kind of hard to tell if you're stepping on land or water. Okay. Moving. No, the GPU is not overclocked. The Voodoo 3 is at just a normal clock speed. It's just the Pentium 2 that was overclocked.
cat bad.
Alright, let me see if I can, show you something. Just go into the level editor.
Really nice.
Unlike some other programs like DoomEd and Unreal Ed, this level editor is entirely in-game. So, it's been so long since I used this. Like, last time I was building worlds was in 2006. But, let's just, see if I place them here. This is gonna be where the protagonist is. And okay, so you right click here to select one. And then you have a place a bunch of good turrets here, and then go to special. Say maybe put a special here to make this do a few things. It's kind of a visual programmer of sorts. Say after 5 seconds, we'll what can we do here? Old toggle. I'm not sure what that is, but monster brightness. You can change its artificial intelligence to the scary bat. Yeah, turret is now thinks like a bat, I guess. And then change teams, change right click that and say good turret anywhere to evil. Why is it evil? Because it says so. Oh, I deleted that. Alright, just input that again and change that, and then change team. This level editor does provide a lot of possibilities. It's not, if you want to create complex things like it may not be as intuitive as say, writing a script, but for many things, it is pretty straightforward and quite helpful for... Okay, so you can either say anywhere or a monster at a specific tile. And you right click, it just goes back to anywhere. So, now of course, to deal with the upcoming evil turrets, we've got to equip him well. So, we'll place a hammer there. And test. New world.
Hammer up.
Wait a minute. Why can't I change? I can't even control him now. But, okay. Just sit back and watch the carnage. I'm gonna be walking around some more. Okay, well, that was not a fair fight whatsoever. Just wait around to see if he'll pick up the zap wand.
The stream mostly filler at this.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. I guess that's just a quick look at the editor.
Looks advanced, to be honest.
Yeah, it is pretty sophisticated. So, anyway, figure I may as well try to see if I can get a better score on live stream this time.
Nah.
Here we go.
Change this to this again.
I'm going with pinball too. Damn. I kept 4 million points while you were playing Quake, I guess.
Off to a really great start here.
God damn it.
Sorry if I will be a little bit noisy, but I don't have push quality. Okay, see me playing on VLAR? Just simply go to VLAR and search for official handle. Because I don't have a custom URL.
Oh man, why do I keep messing this up?
Aw, I missed. And I didn't have a replay.
Perhaps I should also show the other tables once I have a good run of this. The other two are notably more punishing. Actually, yeah, I'll go to them right now.
My ball got snapped.
Have you ever played these tables?
Yes, Skullduggery and Dragon's Keep were there.
Whoa! Never seen that before.
You might notice that the flippers aren't as, like, wide, something like that.
These two tables also look more like real pinball tables, more so than Space Cadet.
Yeah. Space Cadet was kind of a nice table and sort of a lot easier to sustain playtime compared to these. These are a bit more punishing, but I mean, they're great tables too. A lot more realistic than other pinball games from around the same time, like Epic Pinball and 3D Ultra. Yeah, you see they don't really even give you protection for the right gutter initially. So it can be pretty hard to manage. That goes down and now we'll do Skullduggery.
All hands on deck! Stand by to weigh anchor!
And done.
Aw, I found it.
Another thing I guess I should point out too is that the version of Windows 95D I released, if you check the description, it does install the Microsoft Plus version of Space Cadet as well. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it to just be componentized so that it could be optional because of some sort of cryptic issues I'm having with getting that worked out. I don't know how I managed to even get it working with the desktop themes, but it is in there, and it does automatically install now. I'm just going by assumption that every single one of you who installs this is going to want to have this thing on your computer.
And
Pinball is so important that it's included on Windows NT, so you know, it's a mission critical application. Everyone's gotta be using Windows NT to play pinball on their workstations for maximizing productivity.
me on XP.
Sometimes I wonder why I even do these streams when I have pretty much nothing on my mind to really provide any commentary. I've always been better at scripted works. I guess it's just something to do as I wait for that magical time. Everything about this website I once treasured is just all going to shit. Ball here this time. Almost there. And then the replay goes to waste immediately with no time to react. Great.
I hate when the ball goes in the middle. You can't quickly.
I've had better runs than this. When I was practicing, I got 31 million on this at one point. And that goes close. And yeah. Video game. One small thing I did for Windows 95D, might I mention, is that I was originally going to backport Minesweeper from Windows 2000 over to Windows 95, but that just wasn't going to happen because the new version was really making use of all sorts of new DLLs in Windows 2000 that weren't in other Windows 95 versions. So as a consolation prize, I just threw some of its sounds over into the default Windows 95 sound scheme. For program error, it's the explosion noise. And exit Windows, you may have heard it before, but it's victory. Seems like they work pretty well, I think, but I just did it because I could. I think new exit sound is a little bit more interesting than just a recycled ta-da noise from Windows 3.1. So I guess as I continue to get pretty sleepy, and should also probably check the mail at some point soon to see if my 386 motherboard got here. Just continue to follow up on my existing Unreal save. Yeah, these speakers really add a lot of weight to this little stand-up platform. The Pentium 2 and a Voodoo 3, Unreal runs a lot smoother on here. At 800 by 600 you can get pretty much consistent 60 frames per second.
I will play Unreal with bots. So they have nothing to do.
I don't know what you mean by Windows 95D not having a setup program. It's right at the root of the CD drive.
I saw it.
And now you will be presented to the best song in the entire game. hear the music.
I made.
Probably just wasting time in here. What with I still don't remember exactly where I'm supposed to go in this place. It's pretty huge and
Yeah.
has
we
very
are.
bad lighting. I guess you just keep going up. Okay. Seems like yeah, the integrated boot floppy in the ISO is largely unchanged. Apart from a few things, it's not going to make any difference. I mean, Windows 95C was installed with a 95B boot floppy in a lot of cases. Although that CD is also bootable and used its own installed program or initialization program of sorts. But it was still based on 95B, I'm sure. Try to keep going higher or something. Alright, let's go down through here. And guess what? More spiders of sorts. Very dark and edgy spiders. My flashlight's just all drained out. Okay, it's all nicer here. Alright, another flashlight. If I push this here, I think, or was it? Minigun. Okay. Now what do I do?
Right, I'm back.
Oh, this flare is stopping the elevator from rising. These things are a pain in the ass. Imagine having to use a minigun to take out one of these spawns. saving a lot, but I'm really just hoping that I don't die even once, because that, when I reload the map, it just sets it to the initial music instead of this really good track. Yeah. No. 95D doesn't come with any additional drivers. It's just mainly software enhancements, that's all. Should be getting closer now.
Google asks, does 95D come
I already answered that question.
Does 95D come with SVGA or VBM drivers?
Yeah, I already answered that. It doesn't come with any new drivers at all.
I don't know why.
Whoa, where did that shit come from? That, disgusting. Probably from outside, maybe. Oh, that's nasty.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
My mic, I don't know, this got flagged, my mic headphones turned off. Yeah. If I was blowing my breath, I was testing my microphone. And didn't turn off
Generic
the mic.
installer error. Try deselecting some components of sorts. I was told that it may have been a component that caused it to fail setup. I'm not sure which one it was, but yeah, see, now it's not playing that track anymore. In all honesty, I'm probably going to just go back to using Windows 95B and maybe 98. Once I have support for external updates implemented in here, Windows 95D definitely does provide a lot of convenience with its preloaded updates, but I think I would just want to go back to something a bit more pure. I think my head just got cut off. is gonna be one long trip. There is a little secret here, I think. Be carefully walk behind there. And then I think... no. That was it. Of course, now I have to go back and reactivate the lift over here. Here. Let's see something bringing down this lift. I think I know. And you just wait. That's the end of that map. I told you you had heard the best song in the game, but I lied. It's really this one. But honestly, I'm getting kind of sleepy. My legs are getting sore, and so perhaps tomorrow. I'm not sure if it'll happen, but I'll try to finish as much of this game as I can.
I was starting to here and they so some people here in the US can get more sleep.
I'm gonna try to do it at a later time again. In any case. No more cryptic filler this time. I'm just gonna... Well, actually, I wanna try to shut down the computer in a rather unnecessarily crafty way. If I can
What way?
remember something. Let me see what I can look up here. I mean, not only is this completely unnecessary to do, it's also unsafe because it will shut off the computer ungracefully, but I'm going to do it anyway. Just if I can find where these things are located. Somewhere in the APM specifications. Power status. Or was it...
20 minutes more and
It's like
we have
APM.
a 4 hour sleep. So yeah.
So, like, first I need to disconnect the existing APM connection. So if I start at code segment 100, I can load up register AX with 5304 and then set BX to 0 through the XOR command instruction, and then interrupt. I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was 15. And then it's a little safe measure. I add these two lines to make sure that the program exits, and then run it with G. And then what you should notice now, if I try to suspend the computer, if I did this right anyway, it fails to do so because the power management interface has been disconnected by this debug program. So now it's not even using advanced power management because of this. It's either just completely disabled or just exclusively handled by the BIOS. So now what I want to do is establish a real mode interface connection, which would allow this DOS window to take control of APM and carry out functions through there. So it'd be a matter of, if I can bring this back up. Okay, it's just the same again, I guess. And then what I'm going to do is, I keep getting my two keyboards confused because I have, with this particular video card, I have to just not use a VGA splitter at all and instead just look straight into the OBS window. Very clunky, but the next machine won't have that problem. So anyway, set power state is function 07. So then what I do is load the BX register with 0001, which means every device managed by the APM BIOS, which is basically the entire computer. And then we have to set it to a certain state, which is stored in register CX, which in this case will be 0003, which means off. There's also other states you can choose from, like 0001 would be standby, 2 would be suspend. There is some sorts of differences between these two states, although they are largely used interchangeably these days. But we're going to do 3 for off. And have it actually call the APM BIOS through interrupt 15. And then, with all that loaded up, just in case it goes wrong, I'm going to tell it to exit the program, but it shouldn't need to do that at all, because what yeah, I did something wrong here. Let's just do the entire thing over again. 5301. And try to run it. Huh. It... Okay, maybe my memory's a little rusty on how it all works, but when all else fails, let's do it like this. And the computer is shut off now. This ends the stream. So, see you again later.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yep.